Hey guys, SMZ here, and we're back playing Raid Shadow Legends once again. So I just wanted to make a quick video as an addition to the video that I posted yesterday regarding my very quick farm team for the new event dungeon. I noticed that in that video I forgot to display the builds of the champions that I'm using, and that has been a request from some of you. I'll make sure that I do include that in all future videos, but for now, let me just quickly make that run once again so you know which team I was talking about. So this is my team with 3 max HP nukers. Very end-game team for sure. Marius, 2 Gnuts, Acrizia. Acrizia does not even get used if the run goes... So this is the 12-second run. It can either be a 12-second run or an 8-second run. Mostly it's 8-second. Let's see. Let's try once more, and hopefully this will be the 8-second run. 3 times Blessed Bash. Because Marius, I think this might be the 8-second run when this Soul Reap comes in clutch. There you go. And I think that comes in because Marius is wearing a 9-piece Slayer set. So when he procs his Slayer, that's where it comes in. So let me quickly show you the champions without further delay to recently use. So Marius, I was able to pull a 6-star soul for him very recently. I put out a video for that as well. And I love it. Marius is one of my favorite champions. He's such an amazing champion. And I have him in a 9-piece Slayer set, which means that there's a 30% chance he deals additional AoE damage. And even though I don't have the best of banners that I would like to change, ideally a defense banner, but I've gotten a good ascension roll on this, which is great. These gauntlets, even though they've rolled nicely, I would prefer a 6-star gauntlets, and then this also I would prefer a 6-star defense gauntlet, defense ring. Otherwise, I have him in crit damage, gloves, defense percentage on the chest, and then speed and defense percentage on the boots. So with that, the total stats for him, the important thing is very high defense, 6.6k. I also have a relic on him, which I'll showcase in a second. 6.6k defense, blessing gives a lot of stats as well, 600 of that. 54k HP, which is good for the Chimera fight as well as the Hydra fight. Then I have him in full maxed out crit rate. 356 crit damage. He happens to be the highest crit damage champion on my team, which is great. The Slayer set bonuses help out a lot with that. Then I have his accuracy at 355, which is enough for basically all PvE content. I do use him in live arena, but that's where his self buff increase accuracy comes into play. So the relic that I have him in, this relic I was able to... This is one of my only epic relics, I think, I was able to get, which increases the wearer's defense by 1%, and I have been able to roll it to 4 stars. I'm still getting into the hang of this, how the relics work and everything. And I got 2 of these gemstones, I think they're called, or runes, I don't know. And one of them, he receives 5% less damage from single target attacks. Happens rarely, but why not? That was the only high rarity rune that I had, I guess. What are they called? I want to know now. They're called gemstones. Okay, perfect. So, and then the second one that I have gives him his accuracy increased by 5 whenever an enemy resists a debuff, which is also nice to have, not super important, but it does give him an additional 250 defense, which is amazing. Resistance is nice to have, of course, especially for the live arena, but I have not built him in a resistance build. So with that said, I have him in the 6-star Crushing Rend, which is, I think, the best damage blessing. And then his Masteries, I have him in Help Smasher, and then I go down the support tree. I have a Lore of Steel on him, and Lasting Gifts as well, because he gives 2 buffs, which are pretty useful. So that's Marius. Then his speed, I think I skip by, 254 speed. I need to have him between 250 and 255 speed for my Sand Devil team to work. That's why I've limited him to that speed, otherwise I could make him faster. So that's Marius. I have Gnut also. I've been playing a long time. Gnut I had to build basically from 1-star, 2-star from the market, the soul market. And slowly I've gotten him to 6-star, which is amazing. especially for the Fire Knight fight and for basically all dungeons, because he's at 6 star. I've given him Soul Reap, which comes in very handy. Deals a lot of damage for bosses, so very useful blessing to have. So this is my slower Gnut because he needs to go last to be able to proc the Soul Reap. I have him in lethal, and then otherwise some random pieces of gear, basically. So his shield is defense, crit damage on the gauntlets. The ring is an amazing ring, quad roll on defense. And otherwise, you see I don't even have the full piece crit damage set. So it's only one piece. It would have been amazing to give him even more crit damage if instead of this I could find a defense percentage chest in crit damage set. Unfortunately, I don't have that. But all in all, he gets down to around about 6k defense, 250 speed, the slowest of the max HP hitters, full crit rate, and then 300% crit damage and 376 accuracy, a bit more than what's needed, but you can never go wrong with more accuracy than needed. That's Gnut. I have him with Soul Reap, as I said, and then War Master. This is his Masteries. Nothing very standing out. I think I pulled them off of either Hell Hades or Ayumi Love. I don't remember. That's Gnut 1. Gnut 2, very similar build. Also in lethal, he has a 4-star blessing, not a 6-star. And he has less defense and less crit damage, but higher speed. Only by a bit, but he needs to go first, basically. Or he needs to go before the other Gnut. This Gnut I have in Phantom's Touch, and that's because I'm using them in the Fire Knight team. And this helps basically break the shield faster, the additional attacks from Phantom Touch. I would love to get this to 6-star as well, so hoping that I can pull it. I have not even completed his Masteries fully. I should do that at some point. But yeah, pretty standard Masteries when it comes to the second Gnut. Then I have Acrizia. Acrizia is in Relentless. This is a very old build. 61k HP, 3.3k defense. A bit slower, 239 speed, and then 100% crit rate, 335 crit damage, around 280 accuracy. Don't really need that accuracy. The decreased defense is good to have, but then again, not incredibly necessary. But yeah, so she is in 4-piece Relentless and then 2 other random pieces thrown around. Masteries, I have her in War Master because I think that's the best damage mastery for this champion. Who else was in the team? Lydia. So Lydia is in 9-piece protection, that as I mentioned in the video, and this is a very good build for her, I think. In the end, the total stats, she has 71k HP, 5k defense, great to have, almost 300 speed. It's a bit less than my Kaimar because I'm using that comp, the reset seer comp, in a few places, which is why I've kept her a bit below 300 because the Kaimar is around 300. 560 accuracy. I know I don't need this much, but it naturally happened with the gear set I selected. And again, as I said, for Curse City and such, especially if you are landing a decrease accuracy on her in some part of the game, then it's good to have higher accuracy. So yeah, that's her accuracy banner, accuracy rolls. This one is defense rolls. This one can be improved with some piece that has a higher accuracy. I'll play around with it at some point. But yeah, accuracy on the chest, defense percentage on the gloves, and then HP on the boots. This can be changed to speed, and that will shoot her over 300. But she's doing fine. I was able to pull a 5-star blessing for her as well. I'm happy that with the new system that they have with the wish list, it's been very useful. I've been able to actually pull a lot of my most used champions and good level of souls for them. So she has 5-star Brimstone, which is amazing on her. She lands it pretty effectively, and because she lands a lot of debuffs anyways, it's great to have on her. Masteries, very quick look straight down the offense tree to get War Master because I was using her in Clan Boss, and that's the build that I've had ever since. Can be improved, I know, but it works. And then the final champion we're using is Arbiter. So Arbiter, I have So you know that we build Arbiter mostly for the speed. I had her in speed sets, but then at some point I switched to supersonic, and it's slightly lower the speed, but it's still good enough for most content. I use her in live arena, so I could make her a bit faster using speed, but some of the bonuses from 9-piece supersonic are pretty good. The increased fill rate, it's pretty nice to have this increase by 30%, and I'm hoping to get that relic on her as well, which increases this effect even more. So pretty good build. HP percentage, this can be improved for sure. This is a flat HP chest, but it rolled thrice on speed, and it's a mythical piece, so basically quad roll on speed, which was amazing. Speed on the boots and ascension as well. I have 27 speed on the banner as well, so pretty good build on her. Intimidating presence 5-star for her as well. Helps a lot in arena and live arena, and I have this mastery, the timely intervention, which is amazing to have on her to revive the fallen champions. So that's the team I used. I think one other champion that I should include was Shamael, because somebody specifically asked. Shamael, I have not geared him in a long time. I used to use him in Hydra for basically dealing with the Torment Head, his fears, and I put him in a provoke set because that also helps deal with the, what is it called, the Head of Decay. Yeah, so that's why I have him in that. He is built a bit for damage, but not a lot. So you have him in fully maxed out on the crit rate, 262 crit damage, slightly slower on the speed, but I built him with some survivability as well, and then enough accuracy to land the debuffs even in Nightmare Hydra. So yeah, that's Shamael, and I think that's all the champions I showcased, if I remember correctly. Who else am I missing? I think Ramantu. Let's have a quick look at Ramantu as well. Ramantu I'm trying to build in 9-piece Feral. I unfortunately don't have the gauntlets and the sorry, not the gauntlets, the amulet and the banner. So I'm hoping to get them as well, to get him into 9-piece, because he does do a lot of debuffs, and I do use him in Sand Devil, for example, in Phantom Shogun's Grove, and also in regular arena, and sometimes in live arena as well. So I have him in high speed, and again can be higher. I'm aiming to get him even higher and up to 300. Decent attack, because that's what I'm going for, other than speed and accuracy. He has very good accuracy, 629, to basically strip off the buffs for most people, and then I play him with Arbiter. Sometimes she gives an increased accuracy buff, and with that the accuracy is good enough to strip buffs off of most champions basically. So yeah, that's the team that I have, and those are the builds. Let's quickly look at the masteries as well. Eagle Eye, a tier 5 mastery for Ramantu as well. So yeah, those are all the champions that I've used in the video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any other comments or any builds of any other champions you would want to look at, kindly let me know. If you like the content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.